All right, so state your name and what year you are in your major.
My name is Connor de Bruler. I'm going to be 20 this month. I'm a sophomore journalism major.
And I hear that you have a very good background with many languages. How did that come about?
I love languages and I studied them. Well, from an early age, my mother and my father both spoke French. The name de Bruler. They just learned it through their folks, and that's their heritage. And in the house, we spoke French very early on when I was a child. That was like pretty much the first words I was saying was, you know, à votre santé, you know, oh, sacré bleu, you know. Then it switched to English around 4 years old, and I kind of forgot French.
Did you have to take courses for that?
No. My parents just taught me and spoke it to me in the house. And we had it, you know, we kind of, in the house though, as I was growing up from about 4 to 10, we spoke like a French-English Creole, where it was like some of the words would be French and some of the words would be English. But we're American citizens though. But then around, so when I was 13, we moved to Germany, and I had to learn to speak German. And
How long did that take?
To start speaking it well, or just to start speaking it in general?
Well, in general.
General, about 2 months. To start really getting to the point where I sounded like I was from there was about 1.5 years. And then I had to speak Spanish too. I had to learn Spanish there as well. And that's pretty much my language background. And I was always kind of saw myself as an amateur linguist. I have no interest in doing it I wouldn't become like a language theorist like Noam Chomsky, but I like him. I study him, so I taught myself, you know, Cherokee, Irish, Russian, and all that stuff.
What kind of programs did you use to actually like learn these other languages?
A lot of the times I just find someone from there and start making them teach me, like forcing them. And other times I'd just go get tapes. The Pimsleur language program's pretty good.
Is that like a cassette tape, or is it like a
CD?
It's a CD.
Mm-hmm. Learning phonetically how to say things.
Can you get those at any regular store, or do you have to special order?
I think you if you want to own them, you have to special order. But I think just about every library has them in their nonfiction section. You know, it's a good program that's endorsed all over the world and in like the CIA for language integration.
So, in learning the Spanish, what was the hardest word for you?
The hardest word?
Mm-hmm.
The hardest word.
Like to pronounce.
The hardest word to pronounce. Probably something that has a lot of R's in it. I can't think of a word right now, because I have a tendency to roll them, but, you know, it's almost like you can, if there's one R, like the word for I will go, ire, you know, you can roll that, ire. You're like, oh, no big deal. If there's a word with many R's, like I can't roll one after the other. I can't do more than one somersault. And I get kind of, ireria, you know, it just kind of falls out from under itself.
Is a lot of that like a biological, like Hispanic people have a biological, like they can actually do it, but
It has nothing to do with your biology.
Has nothing to do with that?
Language has nothing to do with biology. You know, a baby you can teach anyone any language. Anyone, if they really wanted to, could learn in just about any language. Like you and me could be speaking, you know, Susu or Quechua right now. But yeah, they're just used to it. You know, the same way we're used to the TH sound. A lot of languages, that's very weird, and they don't even have an ear for it. They don't even understand. They're like, it sounds like an S. You're like, no, it's a TH sound. It's a th. And they're like, it's an S. And they're so unused to it, they can't even tell what it is. So that's the same way with the rolling of the R's.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite language?
My favorite language? The one that I think is the most beautiful, or the one to speak?
Just speak.
Cherokee.
Okay. Well, I think that's all we have. Thank you so much for spending time. And thank you so much.
It's all good, man.